this was really the result of a lot of contemplation, man, and thinking in terms of what Baylor is. So, like, if we want to say, what is Baylor football about? I would say this, that better people make better players. And so it's an inside-out process, right? And so I think so much of that, if you keep it simple, then simple can become sophisticated. So this right here is very hard, okay? You're talking about maybe things that are termed soft skills, right? Empathy, compassion, understanding, right? Emotional intelligence, all these things. But all of these things, all of these soft things can do hard things. I give an example. So we have a D lineman that very talented, very demonstrative, big, lot of energy, big personality, strong personality, fill up this room. And when he came to our team, he was, there it was on display. But then, not going to class, not doing right by school, and then, maybe speaking in a turn, not really being one of us. And so the trick there, as I see it, is for him and for all of us, right? We want to be you, but to align with us, right? And so to have that talk with him, to where you can really see him, right, and hear him, right, and value, man, why some of these acting out things are happening and all that other stuff, right? And get him where he's at with that, right? Talk about that, and have a connection, because you want the personality, and you want the energy, and you want that, but you want to align with our standards, right? And so I think during this time, when it was the acting out and all of it, what was happening on the field was not up to par, was not what we would expect out of him. I think all of this would be familiar to you all, right? Once he was able, right, to be himself, but exist in kind of in our culture with us, right? He took off, and at the end of the season was one of our better players. And so that's tricky to do, because I think a lot of times when there's standards that aren't being met, you can crush the personality, you can crush the person, you cannot see them and value them. And so, better people make better players. I think, we have unit meetings that we go through. We're going to start these here in a couple of weeks, where we'll have a meeting like this, and we'll have and then we'll break off into maybe 10 groups. So there'll be coaches, and each time we do this, we'll do this every week. There'll be different coaches, there'll be different players. We mix it up, and then we'll have, there'll be a question of like, what's your favorite Thanksgiving meal, or what was your favorite Christmas or something, and every guy's got to talk in that group. And then we get into something a little bit more serious, we have the coach or senior leader kind of lead the discussion. Then we kind of come back together, and then we share it with the whole group. And that gets people to step outside of the player and get into the person and start sharing. And so I think we've got that. But a lot of this is built in the in-between time. In between a meeting and another meeting, in between a meeting and a walkthrough, in between, right, a workout and changing or showering to go off to class, right? This is where that's built, right? Is seeing people during that time and being there for them. Okay, things that really COVID took away. Okay.